Hey there, real quick before we begin, you're about to watch a live stream, which means you're really kind of behind the scenes here because these lessons are usually watched in the archives, but you're here for the live taping of them. So if we mess up really bad, we're probably going to chop that out, but you're going to get to see all of our bloopers and mistakes. We'll also chop this off, so no one is going to see this part of the lesson but you. And because you're behind the scenes, you're probably going to ignore my instructions when I say, like, pause the video and go practice or whatever. You can if you want. It's just that everyone in the chat room then will be in different places in the video. That's fine. When you want to join us live again, go down to the bottom of the video, click on the live button, and that should take you straight to where we actually are now. So now here comes the part for everybody else. I'm really glad you're with us. The archives are fine, but my favorite is talking to you live. So see you in the chat room. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Clopple Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at learnpianolive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a Question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started.
Two, three, four.
There we go. That's the song that we're going to be playing today. It's called Little Robin Redbreast. But first, let me introduce to you the incomparable Kendra.
Guess what, Jamin? I'm very excited because I'm going to the beach later this week with somebody very special.
Wow.
And I'm very excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Have fun.
Yeah,
The beach is
thank
always
you.
great. All right.
Yes.
Nice. Well,
Woo!
with that, I guess we'll move right along. Today's song is kind of short, but high clap. Yes, we'll move along. It's kind of short, but it's kind of fast too. The track is a little bit fast, and it doesn't repeat as much as I wish it did. So let's just take a look here, just without knowing any notes or how to play any music or anything. If we just take a look at the patterns, it looks like we've got some kind of like green, yellow, yellow, orange thing that's happening in those 2 sections right there. And then we've got like mostly orange and yellow in this section here. And then this thing just goes straight down. So we're just gonna go down towards the end. But other than that, there's not really a whole lot of repeating. So let's jump into the beginning here and just take a look at this first section here. We need a C in order to get started. So to find a C, we're just gonna take any group of 2 black notes, like those ones, or those ones, or those ones. Any group of 2 works. As long as you don't pick a group of 3, you should be fine. Pick a group of 2 black notes, and you take the one that's on the left, the lower one, and you drag it even lower until you land on a white note. And that one right there is called a C. And we're gonna play 2 of those while we say little. Try that on your own. Little. And then we want to go up 1 note, so the one right next to it, it'd be called a D. You don't have to know that it's called a D. Just go up 1 note to the right 1 note and play that twice and say Robin. You try. Okay, so far we should have little Robin. And then after that, we're gonna go 1 more note to the right, and that one's called an E. Now after that one, actually the phrase kind of ends after that C right there. So we kind of want to go, once we get to this E, we're not gonna play it twice, we're just gonna play it once, and then we wanna skip back down to the original note that we started on. So we're gonna go, Little Robin Redbreast. You try that on your own. Ready, set, go. Yeah, okay. So then if you're in the archives, then you can just press pause on the video right now. Keep practicing that until you feel like you can sing along with it, and then come back and we'll all play it together. If you're live with us, try with the track. It's just going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to get started. It's kind of fast. Follow along with me. Get all the notes that you can. Don't worry about the ones that you miss. Let's go. And a 2. And a 1, 2, ready, go. Little Robin Redbreast. Yeah, so it's kind of fast, but those are the first notes there. The second half of that line is going to be still just the D that you already played before, 2 of those, just like we did before, but make sure you say the words out loud, because saying the words out loud is really going to help you with your rhythms. Sat, upon, rail. These notes go all the way up to an F, so we're going to play 2 Ds just like we did before, and then we're gonna go up 1 note, and then up 1 note, and then just down 1 note. So sat upon a rail. So all of those all together would be Little Robin Redbreast sat upon a rail. It might take some practice to get that down, but these next 2 lines are going to be a little bit easier. We're going to go from there to the highest note of the song. It's a G. It's 1 note higher than even that F that we were playing a second ago. So we're going to go all the way up to here. In a group of 3 black notes, it's the one right beneath the middle note in a group of 3 black notes. So if you want to just jump to that, then that's fine too. Group of 3, take the middle note, drag it down. You land on the G that you need. We're going to play 2 of those. We're going to say middle. Then we're going to go down a note and then down a note. So we're going to play that one and that one. And we're going to say na-dol. So ni-dol, na-dol. Try that on your own. And then we're going to play 2 Fs. So we're going to play went, his. That's the same note we just played a second ago. So now I'm all the way up to that section. Ni-dol, na-dol. Go back and play went, his, and then back to the E. So that whole line right there is Ni-dol, na-dol, went his head. And then this next note is kind of part of the next line, but it happens so fast. So we went ahead and put it in this line right here because it's just like immediately after you play that E and say head, then you're supposed to play the E again and say wiggle. And then this line right here, like we said, it's almost entirely just going down. But first we have to play the D, skip up to the F, and then we can just walk down and down and down. So the whole thing's just gonna go down, except at the very beginning, we're gonna play a D, and then walk it down from an F. Waggle went his tail. We're gonna try that all together with the track. It's a lot of notes. If you're in the archives, make sure you press pause on the video, practice whatever section you need to work on. If you're live with us, there's not time to practice in between, so just get all the notes that you can. Don't worry about the ones that you miss, and you'll have time later to practice. Let's go. And a 2. And a 1, 2, ready, go. Little Robin Redbreast sat upon a rail. Niddle, noddle, went his head. Wiggle, waggle, went his tail. Yeah, okay, so it's pretty fast, and it's not repeaty, but it is only 3 lines, so I think if you practice it this week, and maybe the next week, and maybe the week after, in the next week or 2 or 3, you should be able to pick up most of these notes. But first, before we move on to the other level, I know, Clavel says that was the last time. He's eager to get to what I'm eager to get to, which is the birthday celebrations for everyone who had a July birthday. Happy birthday to you. birthday to all of you. My birthday's in July, too. It's a great month to be born. Now, let's take a look at the art contest for July. All right, let's do our weekly activity. Kendra, tell us what it is.
This week is the treble clef spelling, and if you write the names of the notes, they all spell words. Find the words and tag Learn Piano Live when you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram for an extra 150 bonus points from our mascot penguin, Clopple.
And that'll really help you out in Clopple Academy level, probably like 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, well, for right now, let's play a game called Kumbaya or Thumpkin. So I'm going to play you 2 notes, and you're going to have to tell me, are the notes that I'm playing the beginnings of the song Kumbaya? Or are they the beginning of the song Thumpkin? Where is Thumpkin? So, here we go. You're going to try to beat Kendra. I'm going to play you 2 notes. And if it is Kumbaya, by the way, that's called a major third. If it's Thumpkin, that's called a major second. But you don't have to remember any of that stuff unless you're in Clopple Academy level 3 or higher. So here we go. We're going to try the first 2 notes. I'm going to play you 2 notes like this. And then you're going to try to sing in your head. Do you think that is Kumbaya, my Lord? Or do you think that is Where is Thumpkin? Kendra, what do you think that one was?
I think it's Thumpkin.
It was. So that was a major second.
It sounds so similar. I was like, Kumbaya might work. Like, it's hard to tell.
Very close. They're very close. All right, so what about this one right here? Those 2 right there. Guessing at home, try to get it before Kendra does. Is that Kumbaya or is that Where is Thumpkin? What do you think, Kendra?
I feel like it's almost like too high to be Thumpkin, so I'm going to go with Kumbaya.
It was. Nice work. All right, cool. What about this one right here? What do you think? Kumbaya or Where is Thumpkin? Try to sing it in your head. And guess before Kendra does. What do you think, Kendra?
It's so high, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Kumbaya?
It was. It was a really high version of Kumbaya. Nice work. So that is major seconds and major thirds. That's Kumbaya or Thumpkin. And right now it's time for a little bit of Mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the Mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And this week it's from Champion, who says, Dear Jamin, how can I get feedback on my song? Well, if it's a song that you're writing, actually, it's the same way you get feedback on any songs. A song that you're practicing, a song that you wish you could practice. Just either send me an email like you just did for the mailbag, or you can send it through the Flipgrid link or through this video submission link on the website. Any way that you can get stuff to me, then I'll be happy to give you comments on and send it back. And also, there's office hours that are coming up too that all of you guys can show up to. So even if you don't want to send me a video, but you know how to use Zoom, then you'll be able to use the office hours, show up and go, I don't know about this song, it seems kind of weird to me, or how about this, did I do this right? And I'll be happy to give you feedback. But honestly, get me your videos, your audio. Some people even call me on the phone and leave a voicemail. And any way that you can get me either the video or the audio of you playing, I'll be happy to give you feedback on any song that you're writing or any song that you're working on. All right, it's time for a little bit of secret information.
Secret information.
All right, and today in our top secret information folder, this month's music profile says the last verse changes keys in the original recording. So most of the songs that we do, we're like, so here's the easy way to play it. Here it is in the key of C, and then if you want to play it like along with the original, then you played it in this key. This song doesn't have that because in the original key, if we go to level 2B here, the original key is the key of E, but they don't stay in the key of E. They move to the key of F. So if you're working on, let's say here, level 2B stuff or level 4B stuff or level 5 stuff, then you're used to changing keys around and stuff. And sometimes in some songs, like this one, they change the key in the middle of the song. So they'll play it in multiple keys, even though they're only going through the song a couple times in one little recording. Okay, so number 2. This says this whole song can be played with 5 fingers. So that's what we call a 5-finger song for obvious reasons. That's because it just has 5 notes right here. And if you just put your thumb on that one, pointer, middle, ring, and pinky. Now most people don't like to do this because it's kind of harder because it's usually easier to just use that finger and that finger and that finger. And so everyone likes to just mostly use those fingers or these 3 fingers right here. Or play the whole thing with 1 finger. You can if you want to, but these last 2 fingers right here are really important fingers. So if you can, just put 1 finger on each note that you're going to use for a 5-finger song, then you can start to work out these 2 fingers so that you've got, well, that's 2 more fingers that you could use on most of the songs. You can be way faster in the future because if you're only using these fingers or just 1 finger, you're going to end up being a lot slower than you could be. So this is probably a great song to practice that on. The last thing in our top secret information folder is that this song could be sung in a round. So songs that have this, if you take a look at this level 2B thing here, you'll notice these things up here. These are called chords. You don't have to worry about that. But if you see this right here, where it's repeating, like that chunk is the same as that chunk right there, because that's an E, and then a B, and then an E. Anytime you have that where it's repeating, that means that you can sing this in a round. So if you wanted to, you could have someone sing this top part, Little Robin Redbreast sat upon a rail, and then when they start middle, then someone else could start right here. You could sing at the exact same time, like you do usually with Row, Row, Row Your Boat, but any song that has repeating chords, you can sing in a round. So you could sing Little Robin Redbreast sat upon a rail and keep going, middle, noddle, but have somebody else start singing little at the same time you start middle. It'd be pretty cool. That's called singing in a round. Well, that's all the secret information that we have, except for the big one, which is who won this week's raffle. Maybe it's you. So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out. And if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.